Hello and welcome back to our book presentation. My name is Ho Hang Nam and my partner for today will be Nguyen Thi Ong Nhung. And we will be presenting about a book with a title, Perfume, the Story of a Murderer. Now speaking of the reason why we choose this book, to us Perfume, the Story of a Murderer is one of the few fiction books that can really provoke our curiosity. From the title of the book to its unexpected plots, makes it the best fiction book we have ever read. The book was written by Patrick Süskind. He was born on 26th March in 1949. He is a German writer and a screenwriter. The book was first published in 1985 in German. This book is known as one of his best work and got translated into more than 25 different languages. The novel was about a character named Jean Baptiste.
What is your name, anyway?
Jean-Baptiste Grenouille.
A sociopath with an incredible sense of smell wants to create the best perfume in the world using natural ingredients. The story takes place in small fish markets in Paris in the early 18th century where Jean Baptiste was born. His mother delivered him right under the fish stall. He was brought up in an orphanage with some other orphans. At the age of 8, he was sold to a tanner, where he was almost worked to death. Survived in a workshop in his 20s, Jean Baptiste finally made his way to Paris. The book started to take a sharp twist when Jean Baptiste was trying to kill a woman that he is obsessed with her scent. The scent, to him, was the happiest thing he has ever been through. After killing that woman, he leaves the body and feels no remorse. One night, he delivers some goat skins to Baldini, the perfume maker master. He begs the old man to let him work for him, after showing the master that he has a wonderful nose and a great memory for mixing perfumes.
Alcohol.
I have to learn how to keep smell.
What?
Can you teach me that?
I shall have to think about it. Now go.
After having the consent to work for Baldini, Jean Baptiste makes the best scents Paris has ever smelled, and Baldini becomes very rich. But no longer after that, Jean Baptiste falls sick, and once again he survives. When Baldini tells him that there are other ways to distill and preserve scents, this news revives Jean Baptiste, and he lives. Eventually, he leaves Baldini to go learn how to preserve every scent in the city of Grasse, or known as the city of smell.
There he works in a small perfumery, learning different methods of distillation, but especially cold average. He now begins to distill scents other than flower, such as inanimate objects. He moves on to animals, finally realizing that he must kill them in order to get their scent properly. Now he has a goal. He has found a scent to match a girl he killed in Paris, another redhead here in Grasse, named Laura Butchers. He devised a plan to create a scent of her essence, but he needs other scent to boil up and extend her smell to make it truly wonderful. Grenouille thus proceeds to kill 24 teenage girls in the region of Grasse. He distilled the scents by cold average. Finally, he murders and obtains the scents of his prize, the best-smelling girl, Laura. He is caught for his crimes, but by using the master scent he created, he is believed to be innocent by all and released, feeling depressed and suicidal. Because there are no greater scents to be discovered and distilled. Grenouille went to go to Paris to die. He doused himself with the master scents and is then be devoured by a moth. So what we experience from the story? First is the character. Jean-Baptiste Grenouille, the main character, is considered to be a genius man with the talent for producing several kinds of perfume, would absolutely make a strong impression to Brandini. However, his genius seemed to direct the wrong way. As we can see, Granvin is particularly obsessed with the smell of many girls he met, which leads him to a strong will of preserving the valuable scene by murdering them. Indeed, the way he did are totally opposed to the moral and considered to be morbid. Moreover, in the novel, the narrator described Granvin as a tough and resilient bacteria who successfully escaped from death several times. However, it's noteworthy that people who implicate with Granvin tend to receive disaster result. It's no wonder Granvin become an opportunist who see other morally as means to an end. From childhood on, everyone he encountered either discard or use him. He first out saved him from death and accidentally sent his mother to the gallows, who accused of leaving her son behind. Madame, Madame, who owned the orphan, saw Jean Baptiste to the tenor due to the shortage of room for him. Unfortunately, the bargain was short-lived. The tenor Grimaud used Granvin for free labor, and he received an unforeseen consequence. When just consider him as an item to exploit his talent as producing many attractive and charming samples of perfume, would less his business more successful or even than in the past. And unfortunately, his apartment collapsed just when Granvin left. The second is the film and the writing version. The book is overvalued owing to the way the author imparts to extended in age. The film is accessed with a skillful guidance by Tom Tiger, Mellius, and fully mysterious style and talented actor or actress successfully make a strong impression on the audience. However, in my opinion, the book is truer and more like classic. I really love his writing style because it's so omniscient and it makes me so entirely evolve that story. But in the movie, of course, I understand that the movie take a particularly license of changing things slightly to make the content really based on the book. However, the way they portray Jean Baptiste isn't as creepy as in the book. It seems like in the movie he romanticized the girl instead of her sex. However, in the book, it has made very clear that he loved the sex more than the girl. The fact is that he didn't love any people, even though with the first girl he accidentally met on the street. He was just obsessed with her smell. So there are two things we absorb from the story. The first thing is take full advantage of the talent to affirm the self, like Granvin, who overshadowed due to his adolescence, so that he utilized all his ability to make people admire his appearance by producing several kinds of perfume, especially several producing the best scent in the world to grab their attention. The second is to never give up seeking for the novelty, like Granvin, who always eager to seek for many ways to preserve the scent he wants by increasing and accumulating. As we can see, he constantly entreated Bellini to teach him how to preserve the scents and untiringly find a way to grasp. The city is considered to be the famous for perfumes, and in here, there are quite a variety of methods of distillation or co-average. So this is the end of our book report. Thanks for listening.